Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Modern Horizons 3 draft. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. You can also support my content on Patreon. Okay, this is a great pack. I mean, our rare is a dud. This card is like a 4-mana 4/4, so like you can technically play it, but why would you? But Metastatic Evangel is one of my favorite uncommons. This card feels unfair when you play it. It's like solid in energy decks. It just gets you an extra energy whenever you play a creature, if you already have an energy. But it really shines when you can get some counters on your guys and just like it just grows your creatures very quickly. There's also Bespoke Battle Wagon, which is an uncommon I really like. And then in the commons, I think my favorite one of these is the Writhing Chrysalis. It is a bit inflexible as a 2-color common, but it's so good. And then the Basking Brood Scale is pretty good as well. That being said, I think if I was taking a common, I would probably take the Brood Scale over the Chrysalis, even though I like this one better. It's just less flexible, but I really like the Metastatic Evangel. I'm going to take it. It fits into every single white deck that I want to play, the energy strategies or the counter strategies, and that makes it a card that I'm happy to take. I think this card's only, most of the blue decks are energy-based, but I still think that Metastatic is going to be a good starter. Okay. I like Emrakul's Messenger. There was a blue-white gold common in the first pack, so maybe we could wheel that. It's unlikely, but that card's good. Lethal Throwdown. Not my favorite card. Flare of Malice, similarly, not the best. It's fine. I'm just going to try to hover over the cards so people can read them. I think I'm going to take Emrakul's Messenger. I really like it. 2-mana, 2/1 flyer is just good on its base. And I like taking monocolored cards early, so I'm not like tempted by this card at all. Even if this was a more powerful card, I wouldn't take it. But yeah, Emrakul's Messenger it is. Wow, this is a good pack. This is a good one. It's going to be hard to say no to Area Auxiliary. This card is absolutely unreal with Metastatic Evangel. You play Metastatic Evangel, you play anything else, and then you play Area Auxiliary, you put 2 counters on both your other creatures. It's just crazy. Sowing Mycospawn is pretty good. 4 mana, you immediately get a land. Comes into play untapped. And if you kick it, you can even kill one of their lands, which can be good. It's like a solid card. Proud Pack Rhino is also nice. More proliferation for counters decks. Being able to put shield counters on things is good too. It's a just rock solid 3-drop. And then Propagator Drone is also a nice one. Just like evolve your Eldrazi spawns. I think it's between the Rhino and the Auxiliary. I haven't really gotten much experience with the Rhino. The proliferating of the shield counters is pretty good for that, but I'm just going to take the Auxiliary. I always feel like I want more Auxiliaries in my white decks, especially when I have Evangel. Okay. And now there's another Emrakul's Messenger. I think I will take this over the Tune the Narrative. Tune the Narrative is good in blue-white, but I think this card's just a little bit better overall. There's enough card draw that I think getting some extra spawns is good. Tokens work well with Auxiliary. They don't trigger this thing, but you can put counters on them and then grow those. I think I would take Tune the Narrative second out of this pack, but 2 Emrakul's Messengers. We're off to a good start here. And now there's... This is actually a weird pick. There is Emissary of Soulfire, and there's Riddlegate Gargoyle. It's like the uncommon and the common for blue-white. I think I'm going to take one of those. I think they're both better than Hexgold Slith. Not that Slith is bad. Emissary or Riddlegate? I think Riddlegate's probably better than Emissary. I don't know, though. That's tough. That's a really tough pick here. This one, like, nets you an energy. It plays well with the Evangel, but everything plays well with the Evangel. I'm just going to take the Riddlegate. I think Riddlegate's better. Just 2-color flyer. Just real good. Plays well with this card, even. Artifact that I can go get. We've seen back-to-back Cranial Rams. Also, yeah, the artifact that you can get with the Knight, pretty decent. Pick 7. There's an Indebted Spirit. I'll take it. I think I'll take it over the Expel. Expel's not my favorite card. This card's fine. I don't think this card's that good, actually. I'll just take the Expel. Make sure I get some removal. Mandibular Kite. I don't really like the kite. I don't have to be playing blue either, so I need to keep that in mind. So I'm just going to take the Hydra. Plays well with a lot of the same cards. It's a counter synergy card. And we did wield the Riddle Gate. I was hoping that would happen. We wield every blue and white card, so that's a good sign. Sure, I'll take the kite just so I don't pass them. I could take an Obstinate Gargoyle. I'll take the kite, though. Just so I don't pass any white cards. Not going to play them, though. Then we get, like, a last pick Obstinate Gargoyle. I don't think Gargoyle is great. Cranial Ram is one of those, like, victim cards where it's like, doesn't really have a good... Like, you can't, like... It's hard to take early and know that it'll work out and all that stuff. Well, I do like this pack because I'm probably going to wheel the Riddlegate Gargoyle. Deep Analysis and Royal Cartographer. I think Royal Cartographer is great. Could take this. I really hope to wheel this. Deep Analysis is just a bit too slow for card advantage in this sort of world we're living in. But I'm happy to get this and then wheel this. Or even just wheel this. Love it! Bespoke Battle Wagon is awesome! I don't regret taking the Metastatic Evangel, though. This card's awesome, too. I will take, happily, Area Auxiliaries. Also like the Hex Gold Slith. Probably won't wheel it, though. Not a blue-white land. Not a card I love. This card I think is solid, but I never end up taking it. I'm just going to probably take the Hex Gold Slith. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already got 6 2-drops. I probably don't need that. I could just take the Jolted Awake, but like I can just play like another card that's good instead of playing Jolted Awake. I could also take this card. Nice top-end tempo play. I wonder if it would have been better to take the uncommon instead of the Riddle Gate, but... Medla. Beautiful. I love this card. I would love to take these lands because I'm almost certainly going to make playables, so just getting these lands would be really good. But Area Auxiliary is like super, super strong, especially with all my flyers. Like my flyers are going to be able to do so much work. Like I would take this land or I would take this guy, but Auxiliary is just exactly what I always like to do. It's one of my favorite cards in the set. I don't love Kite. I already have a lot of flyers. I have 2, 4, 6 flyers already. Perfect. This card is awesome. This card is just what the doctor ordered. If I did get enough red lands, I would splash red for Galvanic Outburst, but I'm just going to keep taking my blue-white cards. I don't think I need to get too fancy here. Okay, so this card is like a way to race in the skies once I put some counters on things with my Area Auxiliaries. I don't think I ever want to play Jolted Awake. I mean, Jolted Awake is good. And I have a lot of energy, so I can get back like a 4-drop with it. Maybe I will play 1 Jolted Awake. I don't think I'm going to splash red. Still no blue-white lands. I think this card's terrible, so I will just take the Strength of the Harvest, I guess. Beautiful. I did wheel this guy. I don't know why nobody I mean, people probably... It could just be this specific draft, but I really like Riddlegate Gargoyle. Let me get the Hex Gold Slith back, maybe. Or we could just take another Jolted Awake. I don't think I need the Slith. I kind of have so many 2-drops already. Not that I really need more Jolted Awakes. Case in point. I just don't want to pass any white cards. Nice! Spell land is huge for me. Wow. Last pick, Conduit Goblin almost. So we have 19 playables here. This is just going to be like a tapped white land that we can sometimes play. This is similarly just going to be a blue land that we sometimes get to play as a spell. So I don't think it's really affecting my land counts yet. Okay. What I do need is a little bit of interaction. Such as a counterspell. Seems decent. I like Amped Raptor, but I'm not really trying to play red. I don't have any fixing for red. And I have these 3 Riddlegate Gargoyles that really just want me to play blue-white. It's a bit of a combo with, like, some of my stuff. Like, seems a bit unnecessary, though. I really like Ether Spike. Failure. Failure seems good to me. Failure plus... I mean, Inspired Inventor is really good too, but I think Failure just does enough to be great. Flickering Area Auxiliary. Emrakul's Messenger. I don't really have card draw. Kind of just going all out. Blue-white flyers. Don't like this guy. It's crazy how the Emrakul's Messenger just has not come together at all this draft. I mean, I often will have like 1 or 2 ways to draw cards. Like this can cycle to get a card. It's not super relevant in this deck. I might just not play it. Which is crazy about a 2-mana 2/1 flyer in my aggressive deck. So maybe I'll just play it as a 2-mana 2/1 flyer that gets me a 1/1 every blue moon. Inspired Inventor or Serum Visionary? Kind of want to take Serum Visionary. This card's also great. Really like this guy. Yeah, I think I will take the Visionary. Blue-white land, kill spell. I love Ashling. Or Demon Inferior. I don't think this is a Demon Inferior deck. I'd rather have Thraben Charm. My creature count is quite high. I think I'll just take the blue-white land, though. I want to be able to cast these consistently. Similar logic. Blue-white land. Might have been better to take the removal spell. Card draw. Moving counters doesn't seem particularly useful. Improvising. Sure, we'll just take the card draw spell. This card's good, I think, as like a late game value engine. Brain Surge is good card draw. I just need some interaction though. This card is pretty decent in my deck, I think. Nice, we wield the Inspired Inventor. Wow. Nobody likes the Inspired Inventor, I guess. Except me. I will take it, though. I'm glad I got the Serum Visionary. So, this deck really came together. Let's look at Envoy. What's that one again? Oh yeah, I don't know if I need this. Modified creatures have lifelink. I'm going to cut that. This is a land. This is a land. I can cut the Jolted Awakes. I don't think I want Unfathomable Truths. It's just so much mana for pure card draw in my kind of aggro deck. This similarly is more of like a control mid-range card. Rose-Caught Knight is kind of a value card, so I don't necessarily want those either. I think I just want to run it like this. Kill spell. Kill spell. Counter spell. Battle Wagon can kind of do it all. Oh, right, I'm going to cut 2 lands because this is a plains for me and this is an island for me. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, essentially. So with that in mind, what do I want to change? I guess I could technically play 1 extra land. This is kind of a flexible card because I can cycle it in a pinch. And this guy's maybe my next best because it can get me my Riddlegate Gargoyle. Just kind of a small creature. I have a lot of flyers. I'll play that guy, try him out. Okay, this is going to be the deck. I am excited to see it in action, and I will see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to take a moment to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, where you can go to support the channel. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if you've been finding them entertaining, helpful, if they've been helping you have more fun playing Magic and helping you win more, or things like that, then Patreon is the place to go where you can contribute directly towards the channel and help me make more videos going forward. You also gain access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card draft tier list for Modern Horizons 3 and every other draft set that comes out, where I give my A through F grades on every card in the set as a nice bonus resource, as one of the ways I like to say thank you. Basically, Patreon is the place to go if you want to chip in and help the channel grow and thrive. I would like to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. But without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. This is an easy keep. Jolted Awake does do good at buying back Metastatic Evangel for when you need it. This is kind of a medium hand for me. I don't have a lot of my creatures, which I would like to have. But I have this into this. They're not sacrificing their land, huh? Could mean their land light. Oh, gosh. I'm hoping that doesn't become a problem. Okay. Am I missing something with eye level false gods? It seems so slow to me. I guess it gives you permanent chump blocker. Yeah, this game's been a disaster. My deck kind of thrives on having like a flyer in play or something like that. I'm just trying to get enough creatures in play that I can kill this thing before it becomes an issue. Hmm. I need a creature here. That's a creature. And it can reset this thing, which is nice. Counter theirs unless they pay 1. Here's hoping Phalia does some stuff. I can buff it with Strength of the Harvest to help enable her attacks. Great, 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 great. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Okay. I don't think I can beat another spell anyway. So I'll just save myself an extra point of damage. counter and proliferate, or extra 1/1 for my Strength of the Harvest. Yep, they've got a chump blocker lined up. Maybe I underestimated the idol. I saved him a bunch of damage with chumping. It's crazy that in my deck that has like 10 flyers, I didn't draw a single flyer to put this thing on. Great, 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 great. Yeah, this is just one of those games that happens sometimes. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells. But of those 8 spells, 2 of them were like my lands that were spells. So they're kind of like deliberately weaker. And then this was my like last card I added because I didn't need as many lands. Play my lands so I can sacrifice them if they do make their big guy. Yeah, I'll concede. Yeah, that game was not how I expect this deck to typically play out. Okay, this hand is much more reasonable. Like, I have a flyer in this hand. I have 2-drop into 3-drop in this hand. I think I had 2-drop into 3-drop last time. Or maybe I had a 2-drop. I'm gonna get an extra planes so that I can start activating this maybe. Like, normally I don't really care about the Eldrazi spawns on the ground because I can just hit them in the air. Yep. I'll just be mana efficient here for now. Sure. Oh, pain. This card's really good against my deck. I know I could have killed this thing. I'm hoping... Oh my gosh. I misclicked. I did not mean to spend energy there. I was hoping that they'll ramp out something big that I can kill. I'm gonna buff up my flyers because they can't buff up themselves. Obviously, wasted 2 energy. Okay, nice. Area Auxiliary prompts a lot of concessions. Okay, let's just double check my deck list. I might not want to play the Jolted Awake. Like, I might just prefer this thing. I don't even really like the Rose Cotton Knight. Maybe I just play that? I don't know. I feel like drawing 3 is going to be better than getting back a miscellaneous card. Not that I really want to play a draw 3 in this deck. It's kind of like a lose no matter what I do. I could play the 1 mana version, get back like a 3-drop a lot of the time. This is the benefit. This is looking pretty good so far. I just need to draw 1 land. This guy into this guy. Buff up this guy so he can attack into the drone. Hope to draw a land for next turn. If not, I can play this. Fetch, get an energy. My modal double face cards mostly just help a little bit with mana flooding. They don't really help with mana screw that much. Beautiful. Do I want to make that trade? No. And the reason for that is because if I draw a land and I can tap down one of their guys, they might not have a good double block left. Like if they play a 3-3 here and I draw a land to play this, tap down this guy, they then have to double block with a 3-3, 3-1 and a 3-3 or something. And this guy just holds the fort down really well on the ground. This guy's a little bit of a non-bow in my deck because it's just pure card draw in a deck that's kind of a beatdown deck. Kind of similar to the 5-mana draw 3. I think I need to cut the 5-mana draw 3. It's just so off plan. Sure. So now the guy has reach. Never fear, though. Our guy came just in time. Meddler is just a good card, I think. And now because I didn't trade this, I get to hit them for 4 and they can't really block it. Other than jumping. I wish I had another one of these guys. Little things matter a lot, like deciding to put the counter onto this guy instead of onto the Emerald's Messenger so I could enable that attack instead of it trading with a 3-1. Or I'd have a slightly bigger flyer otherwise and hit them for a couple more damage in the air. Every decision matters a lot. Got the win. Cool, we're into diamond. Yeah, this card's not really what my deck is about. Mandibular Kite. I'll try it. I don't think it's great. Just like, it's a card that I can play early. Peck in for some damage, buffing it with a aerial guy isn't the worst. Using it to equip up my 1 ground creature when they have a bunch of ground blockers. Sometimes +1/+1 can matter. Blinking it with Phalia can get me a chump blocker. Just a lot of little things. I don't think it's good, though. Okay, this is a good hand. We'll get to see this guy in action. We have this combo if we can get there. Leading with this guy, playing with optimism that I'll hit 2 lands in a row. It is definitely the kind of sketchiest line here. There goes the Evangel. They had 2 mana up. I figured they could have a kill spell for this. I wanted to have something coming back. Wow. Doing that on upkeep is bold. I guess they really need a land for something. Oh, right, for the charge bug. That all-star. I actually will double block this charge bug. Against red-white, I'm kind of the control deck, maybe even. The Aerial Artillery is going to gain me some life, I hope. Sure. So I just need to draw a land, and then we're cruising. We gain so much life, they can't come back. Sure, yes. So I'll gain my life. I can double block this guy now. Sure, yep. I'm going to lose this game. I don't have enough ability to deploy my threats in time. Next turn I can play this and this and block that guy, so I'm going to do this. I will be able to gain 3 life. I know they have all spells in hand. Huh. So then all 3 buff up each other. Another dead next turn. All in the air. I was hoping to draw another Riddlegate Gargoyle. Yes! Mandibular actually did a lot of work there. Man, barely survived, but got there in the end. Okay, let's try to live the dream here. Yes! Oh, we're cruising. I think Inventor's going to buff itself, because ground creatures have a harder time getting through.
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
I could have traded 3 and they would have gotten a clue. And I don't know if it would have mattered, because giving them a clue doesn't seem like the end of the world. Here I will give them the clue. It looks like they've... Yeah. They'll have something to do with their man on turn 5 anyway. Okay. This card was pretty good. Just classic plummet. They're not attacking with Tameo? Huh. Send in the gang.
I'll aid you. So focus on the fight.
So all my guys get smaller. That's
I
unfortunate.
am not defenseless.
Tameo's not defenseless. You heard it here first. Oh, gosh. Giant reach blocker. Not great. Naru. Okay, I'm gonna lose. That's brutal. Cameo flipping makes this hard because actually this is the card that really makes it hard. If I send everything at Tameo, they can block everything and eat my biggest guy. Yep, this card's just messed up. They get so many blockers. Why does it have to have reach, too? Okay, well, shucks. I guess I went a little early on my Petrifying Meddler. Seemed good tapping this down at the time. I don't want to sacrifice that because it won't thin my deck, because I know 2 lands are on the bottom. But to be fair, I guess it's not 5 spells on the bottom. I don't remember what I saw with this. If they didn't have the Tameo in play, I'd feel okay about this, but they're just ticking up.
Think before you
I'll
act.
take one more draw step. Yep. They went over the top of me before I could get them. I wonder if I had gone slightly more aggressive, if I could have won that just by, like, attacking, letting them attack me back with Tameo a bit more. That was a weird situation. Where, like, you hold back damage that you could get in for sure to stop them from getting a card, which is usually worth it, but it was not worth it there. Maybe. It was really the plummet that got me, though. 2 mana to kill my big 4/4 flyer was just really bad for me. The knight wasn't very good either. Okay, let's hope this is good. Phalia is going to do some stuff. Wait, they have a beach ball? That's funny. This is a cast trigger, so keep that in mind when you are making your choices. Red mana, okay. The reason I didn't play Phalia is because I figured the most likely cards for them to have in a red-black deck that they kept their opening hand and didn't use was a Galvanic Discharge or a Wither and Bloom. And 2 points of damage, I thought they would just let them spend their mana and kill my guy when I could maybe like set up like a play Rosebud, get Rosebud flickered. Seemed tough. Like here now I get to play Thalia on my end step. Play this guy, immediately attack, flicker this, get 2 values. Nice, so 3 lands went to the bottom. Ouch. Goodbye, Thalia. No, Sko is so good here. I could have killed this enchantment. I didn't think it was worth it. Okay, what are they going to do? I messed this up. I needed to do this when I still had a 3rd creature in play. Oh, I messed this up. I could have... I could have protected my guy somehow. So it's lethal if they have nothing, but they probably do have something. Yup. Uh-oh. +1/+1 for each creature and enchantment. So this is a good +4/+4 to something. Hmm. Don't need to give it lifelink because it already has it. Still in it. Gosh, this game was so close to going well for me. I think oh my gosh. I'm starting to understand why people pass me these Riddlegate Gargoyles, by the way. These enchantment and artifact destruction spells are brutal. But yeah, this was just a tough one. Flyers were not as effective as I hoped they would be. Yeah. Oh well. This draft was just a tough one. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. I thought my deck was good. I guess it was just slightly too slow or just didn't draw well enough. Because, like, you kind of need to draw the right mix of lands and spells. That game I played it a little bit slow with my Thalia. Maybe I should just run it into whatever removal they had. This thing dying wasn't great for me. They killed my 5-drop with their 6-drop. Just ate it with their Skoa guy. And just the fact that they had that last flyer and the kill spell to kill my guy was tough. Deck seemed pretty good to me, though. I didn't have a good last spot, and my deck was kind of susceptible to flood outs. I don't know. Kind of medium. This card wasn't very good in my deck. This card and Kite weren't very good, but everything else seemed okay. I don't know. I didn't get to go Metastatic Evangel into the Auxiliary. But the games where I curved into Auxiliary, I generally won, so that's good. Anyway, if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave hashtag riddles in the comment section down below because we had all of the Riddlegate Gargoyles. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, also you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and let me know what you thought of the deck overall. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.